Today, we will discuss the future of manager Brendan Rodgers, as certain things have been mentioned in the media about his future at the club. Not only that, we will also go over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours.
But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.
Celtic lone star Ben McPherson has been spotted training with the Scotland national team during the international break. The young defender, currently on loan at Partick Thistle, joined Steve Clarke's squad for training at Lesserhampton earlier today. It's a huge moment for the 21-year-old, who has been in excellent form for the Championship side this season. McPherson has played a key role under Mark Wilson, impressing fans and pundits alike with his defensive awareness, pace, and composure on the ball. His performances have not gone unnoticed, and now he's getting a taste of senior international experience alongside some of Scotland's biggest names. The Scotland national team's official social media accounts confirmed that McPherson and a number of under-21 prospects had been invited to train with the senior setup as part of a development initiative designed to bridge the gap between youth and first-team level. It's a deserved opportunity for McPherson, whose football journey hasn't been straightforward. Having come through the Celtic Academy, the fullback endured long spells out through injury and loan spells to gain valuable minutes. Now at Partick Thistle, he looks to be realising his potential with a run of consistent games. The youngster's attitude and work rate have been widely praised by his coaches, and this latest recognition will only boost his confidence further. Celtic are keeping a close eye on his progress, with Brendan Rodgers and his backroom staff monitoring all loan players closely this season. McPherson's strong form could see him return to Lennoxtown in the summer, ready to compete for a first-team place. For now, his focus remains on continuing his development and helping Partick Thistle push up the Championship table. But being called to train with the national side is another sign that the right people are taking notice. It's an encouraging story for both the player and Celtic, as the club's academy continues to produce young talents capable of stepping up to the next level. Now for the main story, as Celtic Chief Executive Michael Nicholson has addressed, albeit briefly and unsatisfactorily for many, the damaging report that suggested Brendan Rodgers had been engineering his exit from the club, a claim accusing the manager of causing division from within. The story, which emerged in The Sun, cited a so-called Celtic insider as its source. It sparked fury from supporters and a strong response from Rodgers himself, who described the anonymous briefing as a cowardly act and called on the person responsible to come forward. He urged the club to investigate the leak, saying he felt undermined and deserved better from those inside Celtic Park. But just a week later, Rodgers declared the matter closed, and now we know why. According to the Celtic Fans Collective, who met with club officials on Monday night to raise concerns outlined in their open letter, the issue was addressed directly in the meeting with Nicholson and others. Their summary was damning. The allegation of a senior club official briefing against the manager to The Sun was described as closed by Michael Nicholson. The club was unwilling to divulge much information, although claimed a conversation took place between the board and the manager. The club suggested that the allegation was unsubstantiated and did not require further investigation. Supporters hoping for clarity or accountability have been left disappointed. Celtic's official statement following the meeting failed to mention the situation entirely. For many, the issue remains far from resolved. Whether or not the leak came from a senior figure and whether or not there's truth to the claims, the damage to trust between the dugout, the boardroom, and the supporters is real. Rodgers has publicly moved on, but the supporters haven't, and the club's failure to acknowledge or seriously address the matter has only deepened questions around leadership and accountability at the top. The minutes from the meeting will be released in due course. In other news, Celtic fans were met with yet another commercial teaser ahead of Sunday's win over Motherwell, with tension still simmering around the board's priorities. Just before kick-off, a slick green graphic flashed across the big screens at Celtic Park with the date 16th of October 2025. No explanation, no context, just a cryptic hint of another Celtic x Adidas launch. According to Footy Headlines, the club will release a brand new Adidas SPZL range featuring retro-style apparel and an exclusive pair of SPZL trainers in Celtic colours. Premier League clubs Newcastle United and Aston Villa are also part of the same campaign. This comes hot on the heels of multiple product drops, including a Henrik Larsson inspired line last week and a new Adidas training range just a fortnight earlier. Many fans feel the frequency of these launches is becoming excessive, especially amid a turbulent spell on and off the pitch. Supporters recognise the importance of the Adidas partnership and its global reach, but the perception is that commercialism is being prioritised over meaningful football investment. For frustrated fans, another kit announcement feels symbolic, a distraction from the real issues surrounding ambition, recruitment, and communication. Celtic fans want more than marketing campaigns. They want progress, accountability, and belief that the club's leadership still shares their vision. In other news, Joe Hart has come to the defence of Ange Postecoglou as the former Celtic boss endures a difficult start to life at Nottingham Forest, reminding critics of the scrutiny the Australian overcame during his early days in Glasgow. The manager has yet to register a win since taking over at the City Ground 3 weeks ago, but Hart, who worked closely with Postecoglou at Celtic, believes the current noise mirrors the scepticism he faced when he first arrived in Scottish football. When he came in at Celtic, we were 3 wins from our first 6 games, Hart said. The pressure was mounting. There was a lot of noise from outside, and a lot of people probably wanted him out at that point. We had a moment away at Livingston that we lost 1-0. The pressure was on, but we got in that dressing room thinking, are we going to change things? And he doubled down. He said, look, this is how I want us to play. It's going to be tough, and we'll go through rocky times, but trust in me. We did trust in him. I'm not saying Forest will win the league, but you've got to give a manager time, especially midway through a season. That loss away at Livingston was a pivotal moment in Postecoglou's Celtic journey. Just weeks later, a late winner at Pittodrie sparked their revival, and from there the team found its rhythm, eventually lifting the league title. Hart's message is simple: belief and consistency are part of the process. While Forest fans may not yet see the rewards, he reminded everyone that great projects often begin with struggle, just as Celtic supporters will remember. Tensions between Celtic supporters and the club's hierarchy show little sign of easing after 2 contrasting statements emerged following Monday night's meeting at Celtic Park. The sit-down between senior club executives and the Celtic fans collective was arranged in response to growing unrest among the support, which has been building since the summer transfer window. The collective's open letter to the board, published last month and signed by more than 400 fans, accused the leadership of poor communication, flawed football strategy, and a lack of accountability at the top of the club. Following Monday's meeting, the collective issued a statement describing it as a disappointing exchange that produced no tangible outcomes. They claimed the club's leadership remains detached from the concerns of its supporters and described what they viewed as a lack of humility, awareness, and accountability.
What do you think of what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comment section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.